Okay, so we're just going to take a quick recap of results from UK horse racing on the 14th of May on Saturday. We covered a total of 6 races with our daily racing previews in total. Definitely the most successful of that 3-part series was part 3, which saw us cover the 250 at Thirsk and the 3 o'clock at Newmarket. Both turned out to be exceptionally good quality betting races from a win betting and place betting and lay betting perspective. We'll start off just by having a quick look at it, because you got to remember this is powerful information that you punters are getting access to on a daily basis. I'm just putting a poker on the side of this while I'm talking to you about these results. And you're also going to get a lot of good black bookers out of listening to the recaps of our daily race shows where we preview certain races and stuff like that. The 250 from Thirsk was a race where we highlighted 2 horses. If you go back and have a look at our preview, I think this was it when we did the 250. Yeah, part 3 UK daily racing preview with that Hotbet 365 14th of May part 3. As you can see, if you go to our previews each day as we go through the course of the day and cover as many races as we cover, you will see that we say in each part what races we're covering. Like in that part 3, races covered: Thirsk 250, Newmarket 3 o'clock. Sorry, it's missed that hand. And you'll see in this from the 250, just play a bit of it for you. Preview of there's 2 horses we liked in this race: 250 from Thirsk and the 3 o'clock from Newmarket in part 3 of the. One of them was this winner get nodded, which racing preview for the UK on Saturday the 14th of May. Start off with the 250 from Thirsk, one of the better value betting races found so far today. At the $8, got 2 horses here that really got under the guard of odds makers. Got the race one. Energy of Flavio, I think he was from memory, coming off terrible form first up. Real Northern Hemisphere pedigree. By the Japanese sire Agnes Gold, son of Agnes Digital, I think from memory. Suggested he was out of a Brazilian bred mare. This level. This third is the start back here at Windsor when it ran third to Franco Secret. That gives it as we get into from 13.0 out to 15.0. It failed dismally first up from a spell when it was beaten 41 lengths at Nottingham on heavy going, but we're prepared to forgive that run, and it is fitter now. If you go back to this form, 5 and 6 starts to go at air over 8 furlongs where it held sway over Instant Attraction, close home, and then ran 3 from 13.0 out to 15.0. From the other night, the Thirsk 250. It failed dismally first up from a spell when it was beaten 41 lengths at Nottingham on heavy going, but we're prepared to forgive that run, and it is fitter now. If you go back to this form, 5 and 6 starts to go at air over 8 furlongs where it held sway over Instant Attraction, close home, and then ran 3 3/4 lengths third to My Dream Boat in a 19-horse field at York for a 31k purse in a Class 2 3-year-old race. They're both well up. The form out of those 2 races is well up to winning here. Yeah. He got up to a rating of 88 when he produced that third at York in the Class 2 3-year-old. Actually, listen to these, he drops back down to a rating of 85 here. On his best form, if he can produce that level, he's a huge chance here at 15.0. So you've got to back it each way. Stuff like that. The wins are not 4-year-old gelding in support of Energy of Flavio. So you've got to back it each way. The wins are in the Class 2 3-year-old. He drops back down to a rating of 85 here. On his best form, if he can produce that level, he's a huge chance here at the 15.0. So you've got to back it each way. The wins are not 4-year-old gelding in support of Energy of Flavio. Just as good as a chance as it, or even slightly better on that form, to be brutally honest with you. So yeah, back those 2. There's a lay in this race. It's the 6. Abu Sharma on the 7-2 line of betting, or 4.50. We're happy to lay it out to about the $7 mark. That. So we've heard what the first 250 is about. They're back 2 horses. Lay the third one, Abu Sharma. Now, with that in mind, if you go back and have a look at the race, Get Knotted won the race. Touched 11 to 1, started 12 to 1, 13.0. Held sway by a neck over Abhishama at the end, which was delaying the race. So, look, at the end of the day, there was only a neck between them, but we nutted the race. Got it totally right. And if you have a little bit look, and there's not a lot of merit to come out of this race long term, we don't think, because of the tight margins. But if you have a look back in fifth, Energia Flavio, our other main chance, was only beaten, what, a neck by a half, by a head, by a neck, you know, a length and a bit. So realistically, it wasn't far off the money at 7 to 1 either. What sort of trip did it get? Soon tracking leaders, not much room, 1 furlong out, kept on the same pace. So yeah, it might have got chopped up for a run or checked at a vital stage, and fuck, who knows how much it costed at the end of the day. So that was the 250 from Thirsk. That was the first race in part 3 of tonight's UK racing coverage, with our daily race previews. The second race we covered was the 3 o'clock from Newmarket, and we gave this out as one of our 2 nuts for the night. Desert Encounter, the Halling Gelding. As I said, I'm playing poker at the side. That's the sound you can hear it while I'm talking to you. So if I go quiet for a second, I'm just thinking while I'm also pressing buttons over there. Alright, cool. And like in this race, we gave out Desert Encounter as a nap in the race. And we'll just let's just go and have a quick listen to what we said on the second part of this preview anyway, about Desert Encounter. And also, more importantly, the horse that ran second, Paul Thomas, who was first up off a 2-year break or something along those lines. Okay, listen. A winner of 3 from 20, and versus some of the others here that have got obviously more scope. The 4.50, second favourite, ridiculous. So we're happy to lay that one. 3 o'clock from Thirsk, which on the 3 o'clock from Newmarket, sorry, which we're going to bring up now. This is another potentially good confidence and good quality betting race that we've got at Newmarket. Yeah, the winner out of this race is well worth following too. I'll just it's a class 2 worth 18.6k to the win. The winner out of this race is well worth following. We've found this race is a good quality betting race, but also a very strong form race as well, where a few of them are above the level now. This margin here, 3rd to 4th, where Hardstone's put 2 1/4 lengths off on Wolfcatcher, that sort of makes the form stand up out of this race to suggest the top couple are pretty smart. And when you hear what we say about Paul Thomas in a minute, you'll see it's got scope for plenty more, being first up off a 2-year plus break. And I think Ralph Beckett, we said, was striking at 73% in this video, about to come up, with horses improving on their current form level. Watch. For 4-year-olds rated 0 to 105, there's one major chance in this race that just looks standoutish in the form of the 5 Desert Encounter. It's 2.90 earlier when we found it. It's got decent scope for more at its second start this time in. It looks a stakes class horse on the make, which is really what we're looking for in a race of this quality. Hear that? That's vital. We're looking for a stakes class horse on the make. Now, we're talking about a race here that's 14 furlong, 18.6 to win a class 2. You know, like it's one level off a class 1 race. So we really want a stakes quality perform with scope for more, that's well weighted, going places, and can show a lot more. Anyway, I'll go on. And it should be winning here, despite rising in the handicap rating level since its first up. Very good win, which we'll take a quick look at here, where it knocked off Crag, knocked by 2 1/4 lengths. Good margins back through the field. That was on over 12 furlongs at Doncaster on soft going. Only lightly tried last season, 2 starts. Came of age breaking its maiden at Muswellbrook by a big margin, admittedly in a very weak field. But it's bred to be smart by Halling out of an Invincible Spirit mare. It'll get the 14 furlongs here easily, considering the improvement from that first up win. Track leader, smooth headway on outer, close up 3 furlong out, led on bit just over 2 furlong out. You know, plenty to spare. Entering final furlong, kept on strongly. So you think it will stay at 14 furlongs here at its first try. The one danger to it is probably a And at the 15 to 8, 2.90 here, it's a clear-cut top elect Desert Encounter. The one danger to it could come from Poyle Thomas, who gets a £5 claiming apprentice Patrick O'Donnell up for Ralph Beckett, whose yards producing 73%.
I'll let you hear this.
Runners performing to their expected a little better. The Rail Link 7-year-old is rather lightly tried, and he comes in here having his first start since 2014, when he did look stakes class potentially on the make. If Beckett's got to go on anywhere near his best, he could pose a danger. At the 10.0, you probably want to nibble at him and save on him as well. So it's Desert Counter on top as one of our naps of the day, and save on Poyle Thomas, the Rail Link 7-year-old. That's part 3 of the Hot Bets 365 race.
So on the 250 at Thirsk in this part 3 of the preview, we've given you 12 to 1 winner Get Knotted. Then we've backed up in the next race, and we've given you one of the 2 naps of the day, Desert Encounter, which has got up and won. Drifted out to the favourite mark. I'll call that. And then the only danger in the race, first up off a 2-year spell, Poyle Thomas. Short head second. You know, like, fuck, that's nailing races left, right and centre as far as we're concerned. Now we're going to go back in the second part of this recap and look at the first 4 races of the day, which were also very good results. Outside of the nothing short than amazing results that you've seen from part 3 of the UK Daily Racing Previews, part 3. Now we've got part 2 to go back and have a look at next, and also part 1, which is 145 from Thirsk, 210 from Newbury, 225 from Newmarket, and the 245 from Newbury. Thanks for listening, and that's another recap of results from Hot 365.